Yeah, it's a pleasure to have a fantastic guest from America. We are here in Japan, in Nozawa Onsen, in March, and just would like to introduce Lauren Macuga.
Yay! Yeah. Hi, Lauren Macuga.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. Yeah. I mean, we've been in Japan for like 5 days, and it's been so fun.
Huh?
I mean, today was our first day skiing, and it was so amazing to see everyone, and everyone's been so nice. So, yeah.
The first question from the Japanese journalist, they figure out, okay, you won this year your first World Cup, and how do you prepare for? I mean, during the training, during in fall or whatever, summertime, how was it? It was a special training for you, or was it just like regular things, step by step? You know, kind of question like that.
Yeah. I mean, the training we did that last summer was the hardest summer I've ever had in the gym. We were in there like 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I mean, it wasn't anything special. It was just so hard because I was pushing myself so hard because I really wanted, results this year, and I mean, it paid off. But it was just a lot of time on the spin bike, a lot of lifting, and a lot of like HIIT workouts, I guess, all the way till fall. In fall, we did some fall camps down in Chile, and they were great. I mean, had some snow days, so didn't actually have it wasn't the perfect prep season or anything, and just ended up figuring out racing, and ended up winning.
Yeah. Well, but as you mentioned now, it was a difference between a year ago, or 2 years ago, and last year.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, we did have slightly harder workouts, but it wasn't anything super different. I actually think it was the way I approached it. Like, I worked out with the intent of wanting to podium at a World Cup. Like, it was always with intent, and before it was just kind of like, oh, this is something I have to do. Like, I have to get stronger so I can ski race, and this time it was so I can get stronger so I can win. Mm-hmm. And I think it made the difference because I just worked harder.
Yeah, that also, we talk a lot about in our racing program. Yeah, we talk about physique, but equipment, but also the mental make a huge difference. Did you also work as well in Europe? The people has this private mental coach, but how did you work for that for you?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the past few years, I've been working on the mental side, trying to find what works for me race day, and it's after last year, started to dial it in, and then this year, got it. It's something doing something with an intent, I think, was super important. That, you have to figure out how to get that. And so every time I go skiing, it's with a purpose. And then race day, I'm okay, I'm doing this, I want to win. I gotta go fast. Mm-hmm. And the other side of that was trying to figure out how to do that, race day, what I need personally. And I used to think I'm a very bubbly person, and I used to think having fun at the start and all that. And then this year I figured out I'm not like that. I don't like to talk to anyone in the start. I put in my music. I have music playing, and it's literally just going through my head of what I'm trying to work on or trying to accomplish in the course to be fast that day. And it's just something I've learned through the years of what I personally need to be able to ski my fastest. And it's crazy to think what I was doing, I guess, mentally 2 or 3 years ago.
You're totally different.
Yeah. Very different.
Yeah, very different.
And I think part of it was how hard I worked over the summer, but most of it, I think, is the mental side of it.
Yeah, we cannot escape things like that. Technically, physically, okay, everybody can work, for sure, 24 hours a day. But how you can face the pressure, how you can train mentally, the neuroscience, but also how you recover, how you travel. So, but this is a huge difference because you are young, right?
Yeah.
And coming from Europa Cup or whatever, Continental Cup, and to be able to certainly to win the World Cup, it's a huge difference.
Yeah. And I think that was the difference, because I don't know just kind of figured it out. I don't really know what I'm doing, and then just wanted to do something and figured it out.
All the skis and how you glide, but the ski boots, all the plates, things, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really the people, I think they don't understand or realize, but
Yeah.
this is a Formula One.
Yeah, no, it's, if you could see, I mean, the amount of skis we have, like between me and Jackie, we have like 40 skis that we choose from depending on like conditions, snow, like what we're trying to do that day. It's insane to like think about. And I mean, luckily I have my serviceman Rock, and he knows all of it. And I actually, one really important part is trusting your tech. Like I race day, I don't like to know what he picks. I don't want to worry about that. And he just picks the best ski, and I fully trust him. Your boots are, the amount of work we do to our boots, it's insane. And I mean, I've like got some advice from a coach, and I mean, there's very different perspective on boots, but like I am more on the simple side. I guess I used to have like a pair of boots for every single discipline, and now I just have one for GS, Super G, and downhill. Like that's what works for me. But it's been tested, like aligned. We do laser alignment and everything, all the canting. Like those I have to keep with me all the time, know exactly where those are, because those are, you can't get those. Skis you can manage to find again, but boots you have to always take care of them, because I mean they're so designed for me and my feet. So
Do you spend most time with the boots or with the skis, or it is like equal?
I'd say it's equal. Like I like to do everything. Like I like to figure it out and then stick with it. So every spring, spend a lot of time figuring out the boot. And then once that's done, I don't like to worry about it. I don't want to stress about it. I mean, unless there is something to change, I will go figure it out and then leave it alone. And then the skis, like I'll go and sit and watch Rock, my tech, like do the skis, like talk to him, try. I like to ask him what he's doing. A lot of times he's like, don't worry about, like, he's just kind of doing his thing, but like to observe that and just kind of, I can't say I know that much about it. Like he is the master of it, but I like to, I'd say it's about similar time, but different time spent.
Do you think when you won this year in St. Anton, this is how you match everything together? Your mental, the conditions, your skis, everything, someday everything worked together and it's the perfect day.
Yeah, I do actually think it was the perfect day. Everything came together. It had been like before, earlier in the season, like I had been figuring things out, like with my skiing, and I hadn't been working with Rock for that long. I only started working with him last spring, and I think it just like all of a sudden like clicked. I was like, okay, I just want to go. I wanted, like in the start, I was like, I want to win. I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what I came here to do. And I mean, that's what I went and did. And it was just like that run mentally, like all I was trying to do was like go fast. And I mean, it's hard to do that sometimes. Like other races this year where I didn't do as well. I mean, no, I mean, still did well, but it wasn't like winning. It was because I was like thinking too much. And in Super G, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, and I think it was just about like the days I did well was just trying to go fast. And I mean, that's just a hard mentality to get into if you just start thinking too much. So still trying to dial that in, but
that day you were when you passed the finish line or during your ski, sometime on ski, as you know, we feel like shit, we feel like crap, and we go fast, especially in your discipline. And someday you feel so good, no, not even.
yeah. Oh no, that day I felt good.
Yeah.
And which is so funny because most of the time the bad runs are the fastest runs. And that day I was like, oh, that felt like pretty good. Like crossing the finish line, I was like, oh, it must be good. And then like cross the finish line, it was kind of quiet. Like normally you can hear the crowd when you finish and it's good, and I like kind of couldn't, and I was like, oh, it must have been bad, and I was like, oh my, I saw the timer, I was like, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Like I actually didn't believe it. I had to keep looking back to be like, oh, like really? So yeah, that day it was a good run and a fast run.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess, especially in Austria. Huh?
Yeah, I guess I like competing in Austria.
Yeah, it looks like it. This year.
Yep.
Wow, and after Saint Anton, when you win, right? Did you put the pressure on your shoulder yourself, or did you feel something around you, or nothing changed in your personal things?
I think going into Cortina, which was the next weekend, I never really had time for it to sit in, but there was definitely something, I think, from me, like pressure. I was like, oh, I can do it again. Like, I know I can, maybe I have to. And then after Cortina, I was like, no, I'm just here to have fun first. But like, I also want to win. Like, to be able to win, I need to just keep having fun and not worry about that. And I think figuring that out, like into Garmisch, I had one of my, like at the time, my best downhill result. Mm-hmm. And then I took it into Saalbach, and I was like, yeah, I just want to go do this. And I mean, sure enough, like I figured it out. But for Cortina, I definitely put some of that pressure on myself. And I think those mental skills that I talked about earlier, like helped to like tell myself I don't need to have that pressure. And I think that was very important because Cortina was hard for me this year, just trying to figure that line out.
It was because of the people the people look at you differently, but also it was also related that next year will be the Olympics in Cortina, and it was some kind of.
I think there was just a lot of things all at the same time, and we never, because it was race weekend, never had time to sit down and process it, and then all of a sudden we're in Cortina, everyone's like, yeah, Olympics and Queen of Snow, and you're like, okay, wait, what? I don't even know what I'm doing. And it was my first like bib draw there. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. But then like really sat down with myself and said, okay, after Cortina, we're good. We're gonna just go do this again. And yeah.
And when you arrive in the World Championship, because it's also a different story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Saalbach was, I mean, because it was so big. There were so many people there. I was insane. But I think it helped, like, my coaches, it was something that, like, they said, they were like, it's like the Olympics. No one, like, yes, 4th and 5th are impressive at World Champs, but no one really cares. Like, everyone wants a medal. And I was like, okay, like, I'm not putting this pressure on myself because I feel like I, like, have to win. It's because I want to. And I think just that, like, drive to just go medal, like, really helped me at the World Champs. And there was just nothing else on my mind. There was no pressure from anyone else. It was just me saying that I want to do this.
You think also as the other friends, colleagues and the things that, all the American team, yeah, especially the ladies, pretty much strong, right?
Yeah.
It also bring you some helps?
Yeah.
Or some pressure?
No, I think we all, like, I mean, I love my team. It's so amazing. Everyone's so supportive, and I think we all, like, push each other together. Like, last year we were decent all together, but then this year we all came up, like, and started having some of the best results as a team. And I think it's just so cool. Like, every day in training, we're all pushing each other, all helping each other. It's not, like, we're not going against each other. Like, I have so much fun watching them succeed as well, and I think it's just such a healthy environment, and it just, like, we push each other to be better. And I think that's, like, part of the reason, like, I did so well this year is because they were there supporting me.
Wow. For us European people, when the World Championship, Olympics, we all keep in say, American people, they have such a strong fighting spirit. It brings something so different.
Yeah. Well,
Because we all think we work as a team,
Yeah.
teammate, and everything works. American dream, American things.
Yeah.
We don't have. I don't think the European people has that kind of mentality.
and I get told that a lot, that we look like we're a very fun team. And I think it's so important. Like, I don't think, personally, I don't think I could ever be on a private team, by myself. I mean, it works very well for some other people, but I think just having the atmosphere of all your teammates, and I mean, if you're not out here having fun, why are you doing it? It's the whole point of all this. And we all just have so much fun together, and just, I think it makes the difference for us, at least.
Great. And for the next season, when you reach, when you come, we say in the top, this is a different story. When you are in the top athletes in the world, it's a different story. It's also very complicated. Where we're going to go and what you're going to maybe able to adjust the training, or what is your target? Because next year it's going to be the World Cup for sure, but the Olympics.
Yeah.
Do you, from this season, did you already analyze everything, or are you going to take some time to be able to say, okay, for the next season, we're going to do that, I'm going to do that?
Yeah. I mean, we most of the time we'll sit down in Mammoth Camp during our spring series or spring camp, and that's when we'll talk with the coaches one-on-one, have our goal meetings and what we thought about this year and what we want for next year. And I mean, we've already started talking about it, where we want to go train for get the best training possible leading into the season. And I mean, most of it, there isn't much I would change this year. The summer program, the workout schedule was phenomenal. I felt so ready for the season. I think it's going to change a little bit, obviously, Olympic year. And then going into the season, it's mostly about communicating with the coaches what I want, and which I've done throughout last season to figure out, to help them help me perform at my highest, telling them just exactly what I need to be told on race day, or what kind of training I need. And I don't think it's going to be too different. I don't want to stray too far and make it too Olympics focus. It's not, I don't want to overdo that and say we have to change everything for that, because obviously what I'm doing is working, and I just need to figure out how to be more consistently on the top. And I think that's just working with my coaches to get more consistent skiing.
What do you think for you, what is your weakness and what is your super point, technically?
Yeah, technically.
If you just analyze yourself, of course.
Yeah. I mean, my weakness is, it's this little stib. I've always had it, and any time, in speed, obviously you're trying to be as clean as possible. And occasionally I just get a little behind. It's because I don't move forward in the turn. And it just causes this little stib. So I guess it's not the stib, it's me not moving forward in the turn. That is something, one of my cues every time I'm skiing is to get forward. Because if I do that, it's super clean, and that clean is fast. Otherwise, I have this little stib, and then you're just losing pointless time to all the other racers. And I think one of my strong points is just my flow, I guess. I know, I guess it's not technical, but I know where to go. I really spent a lot of time with this too, is learning where to go in speed. You need to hit certain points, and if you don't hit them, you're gonna be slow. And that's something I can learn. That's why I'm good at Super G. I can learn the course really well.
Yeah.
Looking at it once in inspection, I know exactly where I'm going, and that's super important. That's one of my strong points, but I guess that's not technical.
So the visualization is the key for you, of course, in your discipline. And this is your favorite, or maybe this is your top point, right?
Yeah. I think in Super G, because it's the only event where it's inspect and go.
Yeah.
So.
And what are you gonna? What do you? If it's a secret, you cannot tell me. But what could be for you something you're gonna change for next year, if you have some idea or not? But I'm sure you might have some idea.
Well, it's literally like the idea. Like what I'm working on is just trusting it. Like even when you get late, a late line can be a fast line, but that's only if you keep it clean. So once again, it's about like what I'm going to work on probably through spring camp and all the fall, all the training leading next year is just being clean every single time. Like Fede, Bernone, she's always super clean. I mean, no matter what problem she gets into, she just lets the skis run. And that's where she just gets everyone else. Because everyone else is like, oh, I'm late, I'm going to throw a little stiff. And she just arcs these insane turns and just clean, and it's amazing. So it's actually something I've been working on, is to just run them and keep them clean.
Great. The last question, Ishio, if you don't mind.
Your hat is special.
So yes, I'm wearing my bucket hat. This is my little, I guess, signature. I have, well, last I counted at home, total, I have like 26 bucket hats.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot of hats. And they're all different. Most of them, like a lot of them are given to me, or like I buy from special places. Like they're just kind of like little mementos that have turned into my little fun thing. And yeah, so you'll see me in a bunch of different bucket hats throughout the season.
Yeah, it's a big impact in the world there.
Yeah.
I don't think you realize, but it brings something really fun and really cool and rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Yeah, for sure, rock and roll.
No, I've seen, like, it was so fun coming to Sun Valley this year, home race, and all of Sun Valley, like, someone made a bucket hat out of the old, like, guest info person, like their uniform, a Sun Valley uniform. So I have like a hat made out of an old uniform. One of the like groomer the Hill company made bucket hats for the event. Like everyone was making bucket hats. They were everywhere. And yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm bringing bucket hats back.
Well, I think you bring some your personal, things you didn't make on a purpose.
Yeah.
This is your type. This is your life.
Yeah.
And you bring something really fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, that is my whole brand, is just having fun, and these are, well, they're funny.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yes, of course.